Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to my channel, Learn Math with Sayyid Ali. So today we will be introducing fractions, and we have been learning fractions like since grade 5, 6, 7 and 8, and we know that there are three types of fractions: proper fractions, improper fractions and mixed fraction. And we have the definition like we learned before, that proper fractions are those fractions where numerator is less than denominator. So numerator is less than denominator means anything which is less than denominator, like 3 by 8, 1 by 4, 9 by 10. So in all these fractions we can see that numerator is less than denominator. So these are all proper fractions. And then there's another type of the fractions where reverse, right? The numerator is less than denominator or greater than denominator. Numerator is greater than denominator. So how? We can say the reverse of these fractions: 3 by 8, 4 by 1, 10 by 9. All of these fractions has numerator greater than denominator. Whenever numerator is greater than denominator, the table can pass through and we have a whole number. So when we divide, so another fact is that a fraction can be written as a division. So this fraction can be written as a division, right? So 8 divided by 3. 3 to the 6. When we subtract, we get 2. And my answer is 2 whole and a 2 by 3. So in this type of the fraction, which is improper fraction, the division is possible and we have some whole number, right? But in these type of the fractions, the proper fraction, when we divide, the table is not passing through, right? And then we have to take advantage of decimal, because this is fraction. Fraction can also be represented in decimal. The proper fraction can be represented in decimal. This is a part of the whole number. So part of the whole number means the table was not passing, and then we have to put the decimal and bring a 0 to get through the division. 8 times 4 is 32. So 4 is not passing, 4 is bigger. So 8 times 3, right? So we divide. So here always we have no whole number, right? So it cannot be converted as a mixed number because we don't have a whole number here, because numerator is less than denominator. Now when we have improper fraction, that also called, when we divide, we have like 2 and a 2 by 3. These type of the fractions are called mixed fraction or mixed number. Why they are called mixed number? Because they have got something whole number and other part beside the whole number is a proper fraction. You can see here the numerator is less than denominator. So this part is real fraction, but this part is a whole number, 2 whole and a 2 by 3. So this is called mixed fraction. So we already learned that and we have done so many examples. And then when we go into the higher grade, like grade 8, this what we learn is like a basic, right? This is like an introduction of the fractions, right? So now we have bigger questions where we use bad maths and we solve the expressions, mathematical expressions, right? So in the last video we have given 2 assignment questions. One was 1 whole and 5 by 13 times 3 and a 7 by 9 minus 7 over 2. So this was assignment question, I believe so. So the procedure is same. Mixed fraction can be converted into the proper fraction, improper fraction. This, right? This can be converted into improper fraction, right? So when we, what is the procedure? Times the whole number and add the numerator. So here we have to times, here we have to times, here we have to add. 13 times 1 is 13 plus 5 is 18. So 18 divided by 13 times, again we have to do the same thing. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 plus 7 is how much? 34. 34 divided by 9. minus 7 over 2. And by the BEDMAS, we know that we have to solve this bracket first, right? B is for bracket, so we have to solve the bracket first. So we will see how to solve. How to solve the addition and subtraction of the fractions? We learned that we have to have a common denominator to add or subtract the fractions. So that means here we have to simplify this bracket and we have to make the common denominator for the both terms. So that means we can multiply here with 9 to make it 18 and here with 2 to make it 18. So both denominator will be 18. So we can say that 2 4s are 8, right? 2 4s are 8, 2 3s are 6 divided by 18 minus 7 9s are 63. 63 divided by 18. Now we have the common denominator. Now I can subtract them. So 18 divided by 13 times 68 minus 63, which is 5, right? After this, I have solved, right? So the bracket, so I can remove the bracket in this step. Now I have simple multiplication of the two fractions, 18 divided by 13 and 5 divided by 18. So that means 18 cancels each other, and then I have only 5 over 13, which is no more simplified, right? Nothing is common between 5 and 13. So 5 over 13 is my answer. Hope you understand this thoroughly. Now we take the other assignment question, which was 6 over 7 plus 1 over 3 times 9 over 10 minus 13 over 35. In some books or some assignments it is 55, but to match the answer it is 35. Okay, so here again we have to see, here is no mixed fraction, so we don't need to convert anything, but we have to use the BEDMAS, and in BEDMAS we have to do the multiplication first. And this part with the common denominator, with the common factors, 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9. So this part, the other two fractions remain same, but this part of multiplication turns out as 3 over 10 minus 13 over 35, right? Now what we have to do, which one? The addition or subtraction, whichever comes first. So this one is coming first, so we have to see how to tackle this to it. And we know that this is 10 and this is 7, so we can make this, what we can make is 70, right? So by 7, and what make it is 70 by 10. So we multiply by 10 and we multiply by 7, and then we can add these two fractions. So we have here 60 over 70, right, plus 37 over 70, right? And this fraction is same, right? Now to subtract this, we have to make the common denominator with this one. So here we have got 70 and here we have got 35. So I need to make this also as 70. So what I should do for here? I will multiply by 2 and multiply by 2 to get my 70 in the denominator or common denominator, to make it a common denominator. So 60 divided by 70 plus 37 divided by 70 minus 13 times 2 is 26. 26 divided by 70, and then I can add or subtract the tops because my denominator is common. So I will say 60 plus 37 minus 26 divided by 70, and if you simplify this, you will be having like 81 minus 26 divided by 70, right? And then if you subtract this, you will be getting 50 divided by 70, and still we can cut them, or 55 rather, 55 divided by 70. So still we can cut with a common factor. So we can say 5 1s are 5 and 5 14 this. So my answer or simplified form of the fraction is 11 over 14, which is my answer, right? So this is how we simplify the complex mathematical expressions. where we have to divide, subtract, and multiply, all 4 mathematical operations, and we have to do with the help of the bad mass. And what we have learned that if there is a mixed fraction, we have to change those mixed fraction into improper fraction, and then we proceed for the bad mass procedure, right? And for addition and subtraction, we have to deal with the common denominator, make common denominator, and subtract or add the fractions. And for division, what we learn is we can flip the fraction, we can change the sign of the division with multiplication, and then we can reduce the fraction with the common factors into the simplified form. Hope you like the video. If you like it, subscribe my channel and press the bell icon button to get the another video. Thank you for watching.